In today's hyper-connected world, smartphones have become indispensable tools for communication, work, entertainment, and nearly every aspect of our lives. However, while these devices offer remarkable convenience and functionality, they also come with a hidden cost: your privacy. Many smartphone users remain unaware of the sheer extent to which their phones may be spying on them, collecting and transmitting data in ways that most people wouldn't expect. This video will uncover the truth about how your phone is spying on you and what happens to the data it collects. Let's dive in. Data harvesting. What is it? Data harvesting refers to the collection and storage of personal information from digital sources, which is often sold to third parties or used for targeted advertising. In the context of smartphones, this involves gathering information such as your location, browsing history, app usage, contacts, and even your conversations through voice assistants like Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant. While many companies claim that data is collected for improving services and enhancing user experience, there is a fine line between useful customization and invasive surveillance. For example, many apps track your every move, accessing your location data even when they're not in use, and some may even record your voice through your microphone. The irony is that we, as users, often unknowingly allow this data harvesting by agreeing to lengthy terms and conditions without reading them, providing permission to apps to access personal information in exchange for free services. These permissions allow companies to monetize our private data in ways that most people don't fully understand. How is your phone spying on you? There are several ways in which smartphones can spy on users, often without their full awareness or understanding. Here are some of the most common ways your phone collects data. 1. Location tracking. One of the most prevalent forms of data harvesting is location tracking. Many apps, especially navigation services like Google Maps or Uber, require access to your location to function properly. However, even apps that seemingly have no reason to track your location, such as weather apps or games, often request permission to do so. Once granted, these apps can monitor your whereabouts continuously, even when they're not actively being used. Companies collect location data to build detailed profiles of your daily routines, where you live, where you work, the places you visit frequently, and even how long you stay at each location. This information is incredibly valuable for advertisers who use it to serve highly targeted ads. For example, if your phone reveals that you frequently visit a particular coffee shop, you may start seeing ads for nearby competitors or coffee-related products. 2. Microphone access. Have you ever had a conversation about a product or service only to see an ad for it shortly afterward? Many people have experienced this eerie coincidence, which has led to widespread speculation that our smartphones are listening to us. While companies like Apple and Google deny that their phones spy on users through microphones, there is evidence that apps with microphone access can potentially listen to and analyze conversations. Some voice-activated apps like Google Assistant, Siri, or Alexa are always in listening mode, waiting for their trigger words. Although these services are designed to process voice commands and improve usability, they have also raised concerns about privacy, as they may accidentally record conversations or be exploited by third parties. In some cases, malicious apps can use microphone access to eavesdrop on conversations. These apps may collect audio data to analyze keywords, which can then be used to tailor advertisements or, in more nefarious cases, compromise your security. 3. App permissions. Many smartphone apps require access to certain features of your device to work properly. However, many of these apps ask for excessive permissions that go far beyond what is necessary. For instance, a flashlight app might request access to your location, contacts, and messages, data that seems irrelevant to its function. When users grant these permissions, they unknowingly allow apps to collect vast amounts of personal information. This data can be harvested and sold to advertisers, data brokers, or even used for malicious purposes. It's essential to pay attention to what permissions apps are asking for and to revoke unnecessary ones. 4. Social media and data sharing. Social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok have become major players in data harvesting. These platforms track every aspect of your activity: who you follow, what you like, the posts you comment on, and even how long you spend looking at certain content. More alarmingly, these apps often collect data outside of the app itself, tracking your browsing activity, location, and even interactions with other apps. For instance, Facebook has been known to monitor user behavior on websites outside of its own platform, giving it an even more comprehensive picture of users' online habits. Additionally, when you sign into apps or services using social media accounts, you may be giving these platforms permission to share your data with other companies. For instance, when you use Facebook to log into a third-party app, Facebook can collect data on your interactions within that app. 5. Third-party cookies and tracking. Many apps and websites use third-party cookies to track user behavior across different sites and services. These cookies allow companies to gather data on your online activity, which is then used to create detailed profiles of your interests and preferences. This tracking is why you might see ads for a product you searched for once, weeks, or even months after the fact. While cookies are often associated with web browsers, many mobile apps also use similar tracking technologies. In some cases, the data collected is anonymized, but it is still used to build a profile that advertisers can use to target you more effectively. 6. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth tracking. When you connect to Wi-Fi networks or turn on Bluetooth, your phone is constantly searching for nearby devices or access points. These signals can be used to track your location and movements without needing GPS. For instance, when you walk into a store, your phone might automatically connect to the store's Wi-Fi, giving the retailer access to data about how long you stayed, what sections you visited, and even how many times you've returned. Some companies also use Bluetooth beacons to collect data on customers. These beacons can be installed in physical locations such as stores, malls, or public spaces, where they can communicate with smartphones to track visitors' behaviors and preferences. Who is collecting your data and why? The primary motivation behind data harvesting is monetization. Your data is extremely valuable to companies and advertisers who can use it to create personalized ads, offer targeted products, or sell it to third-party data brokers. Here are some of the main entities collecting your data. 1. Tech companies. Big tech companies like Google, Apple, and Facebook collect vast amounts of data from their users. For instance, Google tracks your searches, location, and app usage across its services. Apple, while more privacy-focused than its competitors, still collects data for improving services like Siri or Apple Maps. These companies use the data to provide personalized services, such as suggesting products, ads, or content that aligns with your preferences. While these recommendations can be helpful, they also represent a form of surveillance that many users find intrusive. 2. Advertisers. Advertisers are some of the biggest buyers of your data. They use information about your browsing habits, location, and personal interests to serve you highly targeted ads. The more they know about you, the more precisely they can tailor ads that are likely to result in a purchase. For example, if your phone data shows that you frequently visit pet stores, you might start seeing ads for pet food or grooming services. Advertisers want to know your habits, preferences, and spending patterns so they can maximize the effectiveness of their campaigns. 3. Data brokers. Data brokers are companies that collect and sell data to third parties. These firms aggregate information from various sources, such as your browsing history, purchase data, and social media activity, to create detailed profiles that can be sold to advertisers, financial institutions, and even employers. One of the most concerning aspects of data brokering is that most people are unaware their data is being bought and sold in this way. Data brokers operate largely in the background, and it can be difficult for users to know who has access to their personal information. 4. Governments. Governments also have an interest in data collection. In some cases, law enforcement agencies may request access to smartphone data for surveillance or investigative purposes. While governments typically need legal authorization to access personal data, there are growing concerns about the potential for abuse of these powers. And that's the truth about how your phone is spying on you through data harvesting. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos on tech, privacy, and staying secure in the digital age. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.